In this video, we're going to talk about the first functional progression assignment for commercial music. This is writing a 4-bar functional progression. First one we're going to do is in the key of C, and then I'm going to show you how to transpose that in other videos. So we'll deal with key signatures then and transposing those initial 3 progressions. Okay, so here I am on the screencastify, on the Noteflight homepage, okay, for my account, and I can go up here to create. I want to create a new project, and I want to start from a blank score, and here we are. Now we're ready for action. Now you can see that I have 2 staves for this system. So this is what we call a grand staff. So I have a treble clef up top, bass clef down low here. This is a piano staff, so it has the right hand up top and the left hand down here. We only need this top part because all we're doing is notating a lead sheet. Eventually we'll be putting a melody inside of this, but for now we're going to have the functions in parentheses underneath, Roman numerals next to the functions underneath, and then the chords for the key that we're in that correspond to the Roman numerals up above. And inside we're going to have slash notation for now. We're not going to have a melody yet. We'll be getting to that for the next project. So that means I need to get rid of this bass clef. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click on the first bar, highlight that. Then I go to the 4th bar, I push shift, hold shift and click, and I get all of them. Once I have all of them, I can just hit delete and that gets rid of it. And now I'm ready to go. So the first thing I need to do is put slashes inside of my bars. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do that is I just clicked on the bar, and you see how it gives me this note head. I'm going to put that note head right on the middle line, the B line. And there it is. Once I've done that, I clicked that with my mouse to get that to happen. And now I'm just going to push B on the keyboard. You could use the mouse to click each quarter note. Okay, but I'm going to push B on the keyboard because it's faster. Okay, and so now I've got these 4 quarter notes inside of each bar, and this is going to allow me to change these to slashes. So I don't want quarter notes, I want these to look like slashes. Now the way that I can do that is by going over here and opening up my menu. So you see I click on the menu here, and then I can scroll down to duration. I can scroll down to rhythm, and then I see add slash. Okay, and I can click that, and that's going to change that note behind there to a slash. I can click it again, and now I can just keep going, add slash, add slash. I can keep doing that. Okay, now you also notice that up here in the ribbon I have some note values, and one of them is a slash. Sorry for the phone ringing. One of them is a slash. Okay, so I can go through all of these and just keep clicking slash and changing all of these into slashes. Now I've got this set up so that I'm ready to add across the bottom my function, my Roman numerals, and then the chords on top. And you notice that we have this extra bar here, so we're going to get rid of that too. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so we've got this. I'm going to highlight this first beat, and then I'm going to come over here, open up my menu again. So my goal here is to add in my my functions. So if I go to text, I'm going to use the lyric text to add in functions and Roman numerals. So I've now got that highlighted. In parentheses, I want tonic. Okay, and then the first beat of the next bar, I want subdominant, so SD. And then to get to the next bar, sorry, I forgot to say that, you can just push space. So space, see how it goes to beat 2? So if I had a new chord there, I could write that, etc. But we're doing 1 chord on beat 1 of each bar. So then I've got D for dominant, and then finally back to our tonic at the end. So I'm hitting the space bar to go through each beat. Okay, and you could just click on each beat too. That's another way of doing it. So now I've got my chordal functions, and then I need to decide the Roman numerals. So we know from our lesson that in the tonic function, we can choose a 1, 3, or 6. I'm just going to choose a 1. And I'm going to come over here and put right next to my subdominant, I'm going to choose a 2 because I could choose 2 or 4, right? And then in my dominant, I'm going to choose a 5. And my tonic is going to be a 6 chord. Okay. So now I've got the bottom of the staff all set up. That looks great. Now I need to pick the letter names of the chords in the key that I'm in that correspond to those Roman numerals. So I'm going to highlight this first beat because that's where my chord's going to go. My chord's going to go right on beat 1. If I put it in the middle of the bar, people might assume that it's on beat 3. So here I am on beat 1. I highlighted the first bar, and I can push K. Now I can put a chord in there. So that chord symbol, the 1 chord in the key of C major is C major. So that chord symbol is done. Okay. Then I can highlight where my next chord takes place. If it was on beat 3, I could put it there. Highlight beat 1 of bar 2, hit K. I know the 2 chord in the key of C major is a D minor. Got that. Highlight beat 1 of bar 3, hit K on the keyboard. And I know that the 5 chord in the key of C major is G major. And finally, highlight beat 1 of bar 4, hit K, and I can add in my 6 chord, A minor, and there is my progression. So I'm almost finished. That's just about done. What I need to do is add my end bar line here. So what I'm going to do is come over here, and you see I have bar lines up here, right? And they're also over here in this menu, this drop-down menu. I can find bar lines here, okay? So everything, all your information is over here on the left with this menu, okay? But I'm just going to use the shortcut just so you can see how that works. And there's a final bar line. Now I've got this blank bar here. That is not good. We want to get rid of that. It looks sloppy. So I can click on that, and when I go up, it's very simple, I promise. Go up here, and you can see that when I click on this 5, I go up, I kind of highlight up here on 5 where the bar is, and I have this minus sign, and I can get rid of that bar by clicking that minus sign. Okay, and so here's my progression. That's my first progression. I'm going to title it 4-bar functional progression. And Jason Bond. Okay, so there is my 4-bar functional progression. You're going to do 2 more like that, and then we'll talk about transposition. So in the next video, I'm going to start from this, and I'm going to show you how to create 2 more progressions. So you're going to have to separate the bars and create systems. So I'll let you know about how that works in the next video.